Hello there, booktube. How are you doing? I've got a little book haul for you today. Not much, but I'm pretty excited about much of what's in it, all of what's in it really, and it's bordering on the obsessive, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I'll start off with the obsessive books, and I'll try and explain why. So earlier, or back in September now. I was part of a group read of Umberto Eco's The Name of the Rose, and I was really impressed by it. I was impressed by his writing. I was impressed by the way he really immersed the reader in the medieval world, in sort of the physical things, in what was going on in this monastery, but also in the way everybody thought and spoke. And I thought that was just really interesting and a really, at least for me, a very enjoyable experience. And I found a new second-hand bookshop near where I live, and they had a few Umberto Eco books there. And so slightly obsessively, I decided just to buy the three that they had. So we have The Island of the Day Before, Foucault's Pendulum, and Bordellino. So I'll read you the little blurbs on the back of each one to give you an idea of what they're about. I don't really know much about them. So with Bordellino here. Umberto Eco returns to the Middle Ages with Bordellino, a wondrous, provocative, beguiling tale of history, myth and invention. It is April 1204 and Constantinople, the splendid capital of the Byzantine Empire, is being sacked and burned by the Knights of the Fourth Crusade. Amid the carnage and confusion, one Bordellino saves a Byzantine historian and high court official from certain death at the hands of the crusading warriors, and proceeds to tell his own fantastical story. Yeah, I'll probably leave it there. It's quite a long blurb. But yeah, sounds interesting and weird. And Foucault's Pendulum. This is the one out of the three which it's the only one I'd heard of before, but it's the one that seems to make the least sense by the blurb. Three book editors, jaded by reading far too many crackpot manuscripts on the mystic and the occult, are inspired to have some fun by an extraordinary conspiracy story told to them by a strange colonel. They start feeding random bits of information into a powerful computer capable of inventing connections between the entries, thinking they are creating nothing more than an amusing game. But then their game starts to take over, the deaths start mounting, and they are forced into a frantic search for the truth. So, Foucault's Pendulum. And then the last of the Eco books. This one sounds really interesting actually. The Island of the Day Before. The year is 1643. Roberto, a young nobleman, survives war, the Bastille, exile and shipwreck as he voyages to a Pacific island straddling the date meridian. There he waits now, alone on the mysteriously deserted Daphne, separated by treacherous reefs from the island beyond, the island of the day before. If he could read it, time and his if he could read it, don't know what that means, time and his misfortunes might be reversed, but first he must learn how to swim. So yeah, that sounds quite interesting. So that's the three Eco books: Bordellino, Foucault's Pendulum, and The Island of the Day Before. I'm not sure which one to start with actually, so if any of you have any opinions about which of these I should read first, let me know. I might not get to them very soon, but I'll write it down in my diary or something to remember which one to get to first. And then there's another three books from a totally different bookshop. These are all, sort of two poetry books and a play. So the play is Murder in the Cathedral by T.S. Eliot. I've only read his poetry. I suppose this is the first play, but yeah, it's never included in with collected poems and stuff. It's always probably collected plays, I suppose. But yeah, I've heard good things about this, so I'm excited to give this a go. Then we have Stevie Smith, a selection, so it's mainly her poems, but it's got some short stories and other sort of occasional writings in here, along with her very fun little doodly drawings. And she seems just eccentric enough, in my opinion. I think she's yeah, a very interesting person. And then last but not least, Sean Borrowdale, Bee Journal, which sounds like a very interesting poetry collection. It's kind of I mean, it is what it says on the tin. It's a bee journal, so the poems are like diary entries, and it's just going through 2 years in his life keeping bees, from getting them for the first time in a very small small collection. I don't know what the word would be, small group, but yeah, and then how it all grows and everything. So it sounds really interesting, and I think this will be a very very endearing and eye-opening read. So there we go. That's my book haul, short and sweet. Let's see if I can make a little Steve pyramid. So we have Umberto Eco, Bordolino. Umberto Eco's The Island of the Day Before. Let's move them around so you can see them. There we go. We have Foucault's Pendulum. We have Murder in the Cathedral. We have Stevie Smith, a collection. And then last but not least, Sean Borrowdale's Bee Journal. There we go, can you see that? I have no idea. Anyway, there you go. And yeah, that's it. Until next time, hope you're doing well, and see you soon. Bye bye.